Hello everybody, this is my first video on my 2010 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew. So right here, I have a Master Tailgaters Ford emblem with a reverse camera built into it, because my current emblem, I never got one when I bought this truck. It was not on there. I've already opened this thing up so I wouldn't have to fight trash. So, this is for something else. It does not come with it. This is something I ordered separately from Amazon. Okay, so this is not how packaging is, obviously. I have already opened things up, just keep that in mind. So this is the OEM Ford emblem. So they do use the OEM Ford emblem. So this is not aftermarket, this is not Chinesium. This is an actual Ford emblem that they supply. So that's nice to have. So we'll set that to the side because we won't need that right now. Here is the mount itself. There's the camera down there. I'm not going to reveal that because we're trying to keep that protected and unscratched. Back here's the seal, I believe. I don't know if it's on backwards or what. For sure it is probably on backwards. Because it's, I think, not. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. But, yeah, there's that. So, here is the harness. We have our RCA cable right here. This will plug into the back of the aftermarket radio. Will not work with factory radio. So you have to have an aftermarket radio with the RCA reverse camera fuse. This plugs into the camera itself. I believe the green wire is power for the reverse. I think this goes to the reverse light, and then black goes to the reverse ground. Red, I believe, doesn't plug in anywhere. I don't know. I'm going to check the listing real quick. It does not come in instructions. So, all the wire and diagram is on their page. I will link it in the description, along with every tool and part that I include in this video, even the radio that I have in it, if you're wanting to use that radio, which I'll get to in a little bit. It's a pretty cool radio. Okay, we have our hardware right here. Nothing crazy. Basic, and then trash. Okay, so everything you're gonna need to complete this. You're gonna need a drill. For removing the rear tail lights, this is a 5/16 for the rear tail light bolts. PSA, alright? So, I do have a LED light bar on this tailgate, and so I've already tapped into the positive and negative on this tail light. Honestly, peace of mind, I'm not going to tap into this taillight again. I will tap into that taillight over there. Now, it doesn't, some people might not understand why, but I don't want to be pulling 12 volts from this wire from multiple different applications at once. So we're just going to leave this thing alone. I'm not going to pop this off. That one I will. That one will come off, and I'll show you how to do that. You're gonna need an automotive tool set. This is what I've been using on this truck. I haven't had any really any problems. This is the only problem I had. The little switch there broke. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. I have the screwdriver in the truck for something else right now. But screw parts for the screwdriver. We're not gonna need a screwdriver, so we don't need anything with screwdriver right now. Bit set for my drill. We may or may not need these for something. Biggest thing, always have a headlamp, guys. I don't know why mine is on. I must have hit it by accident while picking it up. But always want a headlamp, because when you're getting under the truck, it is not clear as day. So you always want to make sure that you're staying clean, all right? And we'll close that box up because we don't need anything for that box anymore. So yeah, there's everything you need. Also, I almost forgot, zip ties. We're gonna need zip ties. You're gonna need the zip ties for zip tying the wire, running it through the frame and stuff. And then I'm gonna grab one more thing. I'll be right back, and it's gonna be very important for what we're gonna do. Also, you're gonna want a trim puller for the taillights. Also, some of the plastics on the inside, as you're going to see I'm going to do it, is going to need removed. But we're going to have a few important steps to start with. I'll be right back. Okay, so the final two things you're gonna need: some duct tape and something to pull wire through. This is just some normal wiring that you would use in a house because it can bend and flex and stuff. Okay, so my phone holder here died. Rest in peace. I don't know why. I had it fully charged. I don't know why it's not ready to go. So this, like I said, house wire you're gonna need and duct tape. So let's start by popping off this panel here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little screws we're gonna need to remove, and I'll be back with you once I get that panel pulled out. Okay, then keep in mind each one of these little screws has a washer with it. Make sure you keep track of those. Don't want to lose a washer or this is not going to secure. So once you get all 8 of those removed, this panel will come right off. Okay, so once we get this here, we're going to be able to down under there, and we're gonna have to find where our emblem is. Now, I'm not sure with this bed where the emblem is. Okay, so the emblem is gonna be down in there. As you can see, the emblem's about halfway up there. So it's gonna be in this channel area right here. We're gonna run our wire out of right here, and we're gonna, yeah. Also, right there is the diagram for wiring it. So here's just in case you can screenshot this or pause the video right now. And yeah, you can look at that. While you're at it, like and subscribe to the video, guys. I want to keep posting truck content. However, if it doesn't go well, I don't know if I will. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is where that wire's gonna come in handy. Come under here and pull it right through there. Pretty easy. You just gotta run it straight because there's a hole that they made for it. So it's not hard at all to do. So yeah, now we're going to tap it into the taillight, and that's when I'm going to replace the taillight. Alright, so taking our pry tool here, there's going to be J screws right here and here. Those are 2 5/16 for being consistent. So these are 2 5/16 in the taillight, and what you need to do, get a pry tool and it just pry it there and pry it there, and I've already done that, so it comes right out. But once I get this taillight undone and all that, I'll show you what it's like. Okay guys, so it's a brand new day. This is day 2 because I ran out of time yesterday because I got stuck on a few things and I problem solved. So I'm gonna help you guys out so you don't get stuck on those. Okay, so if you're like me, if your badge fell off or you accidentally didn't remove it correctly, which mine, like I said, never came with it. So I don't know why it did that, but you use a wire brush like this, up and down, or up and down. What I did, I just sprayed some Goo Gone on there, let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then used a heat gun, and then ran that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you don't get your paint that's around that. So today we're gonna be putting the camera actually on there and putting stuff in. So I'll get back to you once that is done. Okay, so there's the sticky pad applied. I don't know why it was backwards. Hopefully I didn't do anything wrong, but yep, I think that's how it goes on there. They might have just had it backwards for my model. Alright, so I had it all right. This is what it looks like. Looks really good from a distance. I mean, it's beautiful. I like it. So definitely worth it. Okay guys, so I'm all done. I'll show you all what it looks like in a second, but I'm going to kind of give you an idea how I ran this. So we have the wire coming over the frame there. I ran it through here, all the way through the frame, out to there. I'm going to come back through, clip these zip ties, comes out of there, falls down that harness, comes up under here, runs all the way to the front here, where I have it tucked under here, runs through there, up to here, have it curled around right here, because there's a bunch of extra I don't need. It runs straight across there, and up to the radio, which I'm going to do a little radio tutorial, not how to hook it up, but how to use it and stuff, and what it is. But yeah, so you're going to need trailer wire. So you're gonna need like a 12 volt to the back here, which unfortunately on this truck there is not a constant 12 volts. There's no constant 12 volt in the back. However, down under here, okay, you have your 4 pin and your 7 pin. Your 7 pin, that little pin in the top right there, that is a 12 volt. Whenever you have the lights, like the running lights, turned on. So it's a black wire on the back of there, but there's a black wire that carries 12 volts through, so that'll be sufficient. So when you're backing up, you just have to turn your lights right here. You just gotta hit it to that, and you'll have 12 volts running to the back to the camera. It's really easy. Honestly, the hardest part of all this was figuring out what wire goes to what, but it was pretty easy. We're gonna take our keys, put them in the ignition. We're going to turn the ignition just on for now. And we're going to turn park lights on. And now, when we throw it in reverse, we have backup camera. Granted, I'm going to be honest with y'all, it's not the best camera quality. Honestly, I think I'm glad I got it on sale. I got it for $120 odd, and I think for $120, most of that's coming from the OEM Ford emblem. But I don't really know that I would go if it's not for sale and they're wanting to charge $200 for it. I wouldn't buy it then, because that's what it is when it's not on sale. But it was on sale, and that's when I picked it up. So as of the time of posting this, it is on sale, so you shouldn't have any issues getting it for sale. This was also $40 off.